For this week's Sports Star Spotlight, we're headed to California to meet the leader of one of the nation's elite programs. Pierce Clarkson's arm is taking him places. He's committed to Louisville, and he's the senior leader for one of the best high school programs in the nation. But when he was little, his arm actually got him in a little trouble.
I remember when he was little, he said, "Mom, my TV's broken." I said, "What's wrong with your TV, son? Turn it on." He turned it on. Steve walked in the room. He goes, "It's funny." He goes, "Because the shape that's broken in the TV is the same size as the football."
So while Pierce's arm may have cost the Clarksons a TV, it's hard to blame him for being a natural at quarterback. His father, Steve, was a great quarterback at San Jose State University, and he's been a QB instructor for 36 years. His quarterback retreat has become one of the nation's premier summer football events.
My dad's seen it all. He's been around a lot of great players. He's worked with guys like Joe Montana, Matt Leinart, Ben Roethlisberger. So, I mean, he's worked with guys like that, and he's also done it himself. He had a pretty good football career himself. My dad doesn't train me. He was always kind of like, he wanted to have the father role with me, so he's never been my quarterback trainer, but he's always been somebody that I can go to, you know, if I ever need advice or I want help with a read or just want to look at my mechanics or any little things that I want to help improve my game with, he's going to help me with if I ask him.
For me, it was important that if he was going to succeed, you know, he had to be the one that pushed it. And for me, being a coach and doing this for a living, I didn't want that to be our relationship. So it was important for me to have other people teach him the ropes. You know, I'm obviously there and I can certainly observe and I'll give pointers here and there. But in terms of the day-to-day, it was extremely important for me to have him develop this on his own.
When it came time to find the right place for Pierce to develop as a high school player, it was clear to the family that St. John Bosco, a program that regularly competes for state and national championships, was where they all wanted him to be.
I saw the team play on TV as I was growing up, you know, 6th grade, middle school. I always thought, like, man, that's cool. Like, it would be great to be a part of that. You know, this is just a school that I've always wanted to come to, so that's why I make the 30 or 40-minute drive here.
The track record here was second to none. And for me, like I said, doing what I do for a living, it was important that somebody with credibility was able to advocate for him.
The culture is the #1 driving force behind all of our success. And our program's just an extension of the belief system that the Salesians of Don Bosco have put in place in terms of educating young men. And we're just kind of taking that philosophy and the mission behind the school and run with it. And I'm just using the platform here in my program to provide a great experience for all these young guys that participate in our program.
Pierce has had to learn patience at Bosco, though. He had to split time with Caton Hauser, who's now at Michigan State for the past 2 seasons.
Neither of us expected, you know, for that to happen. That wasn't how we saw our high school careers going. But me and Caton handled it well. You know, it took us a little bit to kind of get that relationship going, but once we got it rolling, you know, it was just, we were some of the closest people on the field and off the field.
You know, he wasn't going to run from competition. He certainly could have made a decision to go somewhere else and to be a part of a program where he was going to play right away and not have anybody push him to get better. Caton Hauser made him a better quarterback, and I think that's going to be in our benefit. And then you got to give a lot of credit to his parents, you know, for sticking with our program, understanding that this was the best spot for their son to develop and get ready for college.
Now that he has a starting job to himself as a senior, Pierce is getting to showcase his talent nationwide as Bosco seeks to add more hardware to its already crowded trophy case.
The biggest goal I have, I mean, not quiet about it, I definitely want to win a national championship. That's definitely the end goal for this year.
I like how composed he is, how he approaches the game. Pierce's development from his freshman year all the way through now his senior year has been exponential. I mean, he's done a phenomenal job of being a learner, you know, in the classroom. He is committed in the strength and conditioning and the weight room and trying to improve his body and his skill set.
Definitely, I'm gonna say I'm a playmaker. I could do the things that are normally done by quarterbacks, do the right things, you know, take the simple things and do all that, but I feel like when things get stressful or things break down, now you're gonna see me do something for real.
I think Louisville is a perfect destination for Pierce. He's gonna go and make an immediate impact in that program. You know, not only from the on-the-field stuff, but he's such a charismatic person, and he's somebody that is gonna bring a lot of notoriety to that program.
Yeah, I mean, I've had a great connection with the coaches since April, since I had the offer, and they made it known that I was a priority from the jump. So going out there in June for my first visit, the coaches, the people, everybody, The city, I loved it. The stadium, the facilities, everything, it felt like home.
Even though he plays at a program that's produced quite a few college and pro football players, Pierce Clarkson is leaving a legacy that will rival any of them.
He really cares about his teammates, and he would give them the shirt off his back. Now, he might buy another one, but he'll give them the shirt off his back. He's just really just a different guy like that.
He has a big heart. With his friends, with his teammates, whether they're on his team or off his team, if you're in his life, he's there for you.
He wants everybody around him to be better. I think his loyalty and sticking through the process is something that I'm always going to remember about Pierce. There were many times where he could have kind of picked up his ball and ran home, and he didn't do that. He grinded it out. He was a testament to the will that we're looking for in players, and ultimately I think his best days are ahead of him. That's the reason why I can firmly say he's going to be one of the most successful quarterbacks ever to leave our program.
Thanks for checking out Sports Stars of Tomorrow on YouTube. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a like, and please subscribe to our channel so you see all of the latest content.